Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to another video on ForgottenWeapons.com. I'm Ian McCollum, and today we're just going to do a quick brief video on what is a duffel cut. This is a term that you hear fairly frequently about military surplus rifles, and it is, in effect, someone cutting the front end of a wooden stock so that they can more easily ship a rifle home as a souvenir from a war zone. This happened extensively in World War I and World War II, and basically the reason is your stock ends here, but your barrel ends here. If you take the action out of the stock, you can shorten the whole thing substantially. You can in fact shorten it to the point that the longest component part is the wooden stock. And then you have a couple different ways to get a rifle home as a serviceman. One of them is just shipping it in a box, and of course the shorter the box, typically the handier and easier it is to arrange. Your other option was, as the name implies, your duffel bag. And the duffel bags were capable of, well, you couldn't fit typically a full-length service rifle in them, but if you cut off the stock like this, you could. So this was more common on long rifles than on carbines like this one, but I should point out here, it's a little faint, but this is a 1917 dated, original condition French Berthier carbine. And we can be about 98% sure that this came home with an American soldier. There wasn't any paperwork required for souvenirs at that time, although there would be by World War II. Instead, what we have for evidence is the duffel cut. In this particular case, the soldier made a diagonal cut in the wood stock there. This is almost always done at the location of a barrel band, and it's usually done straight across so that when the barrel band is in its proper assembled position, you can't tell that anything's been done to the rifle. Sometimes these cuts will be left like this one, just loose, especially if the gun is just intended as a souvenir wall hanger. If the gun is intended to actually be shot, either recreationally or as a tool, and lots of guns that came back from World War II were in fact used as hunting rifles or varmint rifles. In that case, they would typically have glued or screwed or pegged or otherwise reattached the two parts of the stock. But you do that underneath the barrel band, and with a straight cut, nothing's visible. So this is a sort of thing that's, like, on the one hand, it's unfortunate when a rifle has been cut like this because it does destroy part of the rifle's originality. However, once enough time passes, this actually becomes kind of a valuable part of the rifle's history. This tells us almost for sure that the rifle was brought back from a combat field, a service combat theater, by an American soldier, because that's really the only circumstance in which this sort of thing happens. And when we have something like World War I, where there aren't any formal trophy papers being issued, this can be really your only assured evidence that the rifle was brought back by a soldier. So you'll find this on all manner of rifles, as we have here. Most common are German and Japanese rifles that were brought back during World War II, but certainly that's not the only place you'll find them. So hopefully this answered a few questions that some of you guys had. Thanks for watching.